One.
So, relevant background information or the context of this web page is when you first come to the gifted page, the Hoagie's Gifted Education page, you're greeted with the words where it says gifted children in your classroom, gifted kids at home. This page is here for you. You're not alone. And it says, welcome, all things gifted site full of resources, article, books, and links to help and support parents, teachers, and gifted children alike. Pick your path and explore them all. And you literally can explore them all. Parents, educators, counselors, administrators, other professionals, gifted kids and teens, different links for the kids, conferences and support, gifted 101 and 2, different acronyms, terms, what's new. It's even got a table of contents page. If you're looking at the page, there's talking about, a blog that I actually read and I liked, about perfectionism, anxiety, and OCD and things that, you know, you hear those terms being tossed around a lot, especially a lot more now. You just keep scrolling down. There talks more about how you can support the page because they, as you see, they don't accept paid advertising, which is pretty cool. Everything that they get towards their page comes from the Shop Hoagies page, and we'll talk about that in a little bit too. But there's just all these different tabs that you can look at and go to. And like I talk about, so it's got all this information on giftedness, community conferences, parents, educators, kids, everything you need. And then it goes on and talks about the founder, a little bit about her. So if you go to the about, you can see a little bit about Carolyn Kay, who is the founder. And you've got all these links right here that you can just click to. Facts and info, things about her, because we can even get her to come and speak, which I think would be really cool for our school because I would love to have her come and speak. But that's just me. Um, but if you go to who am I, it goes and talks about who Carolyn is, where the pages come from, um, and like it talks about, it's a labor of love. It really is because this site is full of so many resources and things like that. And here it goes into talk about who Carolyn is, who she founded it. She wasn't really into the whole gifted scene until she had her own children. She had a master's and bachelor's in software engineering, things like that. But then, as you see, in 1997, it was only a single web page, and it says about 3 scrolls full of links of different things that they had found as need and things like that for her favorite gifted resources. Um, and it talks about, where Hoagies comes from on this site, where the name came from. It came from her husband, um, who was a someone in the band in school. I mean, it's just lots of cool information that you can read about and things like that. And see, here it is. Why is it called Hoagies? And it talks about that on here. Um, but I just thought it was interesting that they noticed how different their children were, and it took them a while to figure out, what made their child different. And now we have all of these resources that can help us as parents, as educators, as children that are gifted. That in 97 they didn't have that. They couldn't figure that out. They had to do it on their own. And she even talks about that and her stuff about this page, that it was, you know, it wasn't that it was not normal. Like her path to education, her kids' path wasn't the normal path because it just didn't seem to fit her. So that's why she created this. And like you can even see that it says that they use the O nickname um, so that none of the new acquaintances and school teachers and administrators would know it, because it was such a small district that they were afraid. It said they feared repercussions if anyone found out about the research information that they had found on this page that she was doing for her kids, which now, it's not, a big scary thing and a big taboo thing. It's natural, it's normal because our kids are all different ranges, really high, really low, different gifted abilities. So, and here it talks about a little bit more like the website was geared towards students and parents, and it's even branched into its own site for the kids because there's just so many resources for the kids for their own books and resources.